Welcome, guys. This is Chips on Math Physics. I hope you are doing well. I hope you have been enjoying mathematics. I hope it is becoming a fun for you. I want to be taking you through reanalysis. I'll be taking you through analysis this today, and we'll be talking about contradiction, how to prove by contradiction. Imagine it sounds unfamiliar, but that is what it is. What exactly is contradiction, or what exactly is how can we prove by contradiction? It could also be called proof by contradiction in logic and even in mathematics. It is a proof that determines the truth of a statement by assuming the preposition is false. So you assume that the preposition is false, then working to show its falsity until the result of that assumption is a contradiction. That is exactly what it is. Sometimes it's difficult to define math, but that's the little I can do. When we talk about proof by contradiction, you prove it is a proof that determines the truth of a statement by assuming the proposition is false. When you are going for a debate, there is this motion, and there are people to propose the motion, and there are people to go against the proposition. So, this proposition, you assume that the proposition is false, then you work to show its falsity until the result of that assumption is a contradiction. So, what you say is false, you will arrive at a contradiction in order to show that the original statement is true. And that is what we mean by contradiction. So let me take you through it, and I hope you will enjoy it. Usually, I want us to start with this quote because your best quote that reflects your approach, it is one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. So you continue to go, you continue to take a step at a time. You don't need to rush life. Mathematics is life, and so you need to take one step at a time, and before you know it, you are good to go. This quote is from Neil Armstrong. So let us see what we were supposed to do when we are supposed to prove by contradiction. We are to prove by contradiction that 3 root 13 plus 5 root 2 is irrational. You can imagine the type of question we are given. In this equation, you can see that inside the root there is another root. So you are to prove that 3 root 13 plus 5 root 2 is irrational. And remember what I told you, we need to assume that the proposition is false, and then we prove that it is false until we arrive at a contradiction to show that the original statement is true. So we assuming that 13 plus 5, this is another way to represent this equation, because since we have 3 root 13, we can simply write 13 plus 5, 2 raised to a half. A half means the square root, and all this we also raise to a third, 1 over 3, because we have 3 here, is rational. Remember, the equation says that this is irrational, so we assume that it is a false, and that's why we say it is rational. And if it is rational, it can be represented as A over B. This is reanalysis. It talks about real number system. It is a real pure math. This is just pure math. There is nothing to calculate here. You will just be doing proving that some statement is true. Prove how you got some certain formula. Prove that this and that is the way you said they are. So that's what we do in pure mathematics. And this is exactly what you are seeing here. So for us to assume that this equation is rational, it has to be in form of A divided by B, where A and B have no common factors. What do we mean by that? It means that we can square both sides. We can actually take the 3 that, we had 3 root sign of this. So we assume that 13 plus 5 into 2 raised to a half, which is a root, is equals to A cubed divided by B cubed, because we had 3 root sign of this. So we have to cube both sides. And if we do that, we will end up with, we divide this by b so that we have 13 plus 7, because when you open this up, 7 by 2 raised to a half, you will have 7.07. b cubed is equals to a cubed. And if it is equals to a cubed, this will be, if you add 13 plus 7.07, you have 20.07. b cubed is equals to a cubed. So it is a contradiction of assumption. Hence, it is irrational. Why? Because we know that if this is what we got, remember, a over b must be equal to 1. So this is not equal to 1. And b cannot be 0, because when they become 0, it is undefined. So if we have this, it means, therefore, that the original question is irrational, not rational. This is the way we do mathematics with fun, and you will find yourself excelling. That is exactly how to go, and we are done with this question. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Otherwise, see you in my next video, and have a blessed day wherever you are watching from.